logo? Also, do it by controls, right?
For the next homecoming varsity football game, featuring the visiting Lake City Timberwolves and your Sandpoint Bulldogs. Before we get to tonight's action, we will all please rise for our national anthem. Starters for the Timberwolves, beginning with number 2, senior Kyrus Condon. Number 3, senior Josiah Weaver. Number 5, senior Andrew Garoppolo. Number 7, junior Wayne Queen. Number 25, junior Aiden Camersall. Number 33, senior Bridger Stevens. Number 35, senior Camden Martindale. Number 44, junior Ben Loman. Number 53, junior Alex Green. Number 66, senior Xavier Johnson. And number 88, junior Charles Ruggiero. Head coach Brian Falk. And now the offensive starters for your Bulldogs. Number 5, sophomore Max Blaine. Number 9, junior Hunter Pettit. Number 10, junior Ari Vandenberg. Number 13, senior Garrett Cox. Number 17, sophomore Connor Weinberg. Number 24, senior Nathan Royer. Number 53, junior Ben Stockton. Number 55, junior Carson Labor. Number 62, senior Mike Chapman. Number 67, junior Austin Smith. And number 77,
opening kickoff here on Rock 103 and North Idaho's radio. Okay, Jay, let's turn our attention now to the Timberwolves. A little different scene than we're used to. They got a lot of guys over there, but they don't have a JV program right now. Things are not as highly rated as they have been in the past for Lake City, but still a dangerous opponent here that the Bulldogs definitely can't take lightly.
Oh no, these guys know each other well, Chris. They battle each other in spring football, and then summer 7-on-7 Scally, and these guys are they're not strangers by no means. Obviously the head coach Fulp he's got his hands full. There's you got all these incoming freshmen. They're choosing to go to Coeur d'Alene or Post Falls in that open enrollment system. So that's they're a little down, but they're not short on talent over there by no means. They've got some guys that can flat out play, and and probably the number one recruit in junior class, maybe behind Parker Pettit, is this kid named Zach Johnson. He's a 6'3" tight end, wide receiver, running back. He's going to be all over the place tonight, and he's one of the fastest kids in the state of Idaho. He's going to be a beast, and if the Bulldogs can contain Zach Johnson, good things are going to happen for this Bulldog defense.
Well, we talked about how the Bulldogs on the defensive line, they're down to backups and backups of backups. Will Hurst is out. Blake Sherrill is out.
Levi Ballason's out.
Levi Ballison is out. So, it's one of the things that the Bulldogs have had a rough go at on defense is they haven't got a ton of pressure on the opposing team's quarterback. How do you do that when you're working with your second string and beyond? Yeah,
I know. I mean, I think that's, we talk about the struggles of the secondary. Again, that kind of starts up front, too, and being able to pressure the quarterback. And through the last 3 weeks, the quarterbacks have really had their way in time to look for receivers open downfield. And again, you're asking a lot for your DBs to sit there and stay with a wide receiver for, 3, 4, 5 seconds when he can just kind of sit back there and hang out and wait for his receiver to come open.
All right, well, the Bulldogs will be kicking off, headed from right to left across your radio dial towards the northern end of Barlow Stadium, War Memorial Field. Back deep to receive, Braden Ross, number 23, number 31, John Pickering. That is, if Las Coon somehow doesn't kick it through the end zone, which I think he's got a pretty good record on the opening kickoff of getting that done so far this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Chris. I think he's maybe only had 3 or 4 returns on the season so far.
So the officials give the go-ahead, and here we go. Football underway tonight. Glad you're along with us. And there is a kick that's going to go into the end zone and through. And at the 20, that's where Lake City's offense will start, brought to you by their quarterback, Junior Jackson Pettit, which will only confuse me throughout the game. I promise you that.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of Pettits in the backfield.
Having watched a Pettit, coached a Jackson Pettit, and now a Parker Pettit, and then the other guys have a Jackson Pettit. Yeah, it's a recipe for a play-by-play disaster, I can tell you that right now.
You're going to be fine.
So here comes Lake City out. They will show up with 4 wides, 1 back. Everybody runs this spread pistol thing practically, it seems. And it's Pettit and his running back, Kyrus Condon. They send a man in motion. It's trips on the near side. And back to pass Pettit. Pettit going deep first play. It's up and incomplete. And a nice job out there, for the most part, by the Bulldog backer on that side, Jay, as the ball was a little overthrown and almost playing center field that time was McCorkle.
Yeah, good job right there. McCorkle's, I'm interested to see if McCorkle's going to shadow Johnson all night. Is again, Lake City not going to be bashful who they want the ball, where they want the ball to go, and who to throw it to. As that ball was hung up there by Pettit, and good job on the defense there by McCorkle.
So trips on the near side now once again for Lake City. They pitch it. Looking for running room is Condon, the running back. He's pretty fast. He's got a lot of running room as he spits and gets his way right through the middle, almost to the 30. That's going to be a gain of, are they going to give him the first?
No, he's going to be, yeah.
Yep, they're going to give it to him. 10 yards and a first down.
That looked like number 23, Ross, Chris.
Did it? Okay, Braden Ross.
So. Number 23.
Yes, 23. You're correct.
Yeah, again, good job right there. Just toss it out to the left side, and he just kind of waits and sees a hole back open into the middle, and he takes advantage of it and gets into that second level and before West Benefield can make the tackle.
So 4 wides, 1 back. Straight handoff up the middle. Again, switching gears is Ross. He gets maybe 6 on this one, and he's done a pretty interesting thing there. He gets to the line of scrimmage, almost Le'Veon Bell-like, stops, looks for a hole, and then explodes into it.
Yeah, again, that's that defensive front there. It looks like we got Levi Ballison out there, which is that number 2 out there at the right side.
It is.
That's good to have him back. He was ill last game, but again, it's really key to these Bulldogs defenses stay in their gaps and not allow those cutback runs. They're 16 yards on 2 of them so far by Ross.
This time they try to run it to the outside, and it's not happening as Lane Dunkel is there to turn it right back inside, and it's a loss on the play. With Garrett Cox picking up the tackle.
Yeah, Garrett Cox, and I didn't get number 30, I think, for the Bulldogs in there, Dakota Wilson, who's filling in for big shoes there for the injured Will Hurst.
Yeah, no kidding. So that makes it 3rd and 10 after the 6-yard gain, a 6-yard loss on 2nd down. So 3rd and 10, see if the Bulldog defense can get off the field here on this first possession.
Now you got
Pettit looking for a receiver, trying to run. He's got some room. He's looking for first down yardage. He's not going to get there as he's tackled right at the 30. So he gets a couple, and a nice job by McCorkle there to bring him down. Wimmer also over there, and the Bulldog defense holds, and Lake City's forced to punt.
Yeah, good job right there. Some pressure again, that time brought from Garrett Cox off that left end, Chris, and he does a good job of getting in behind Pettit and forces him to the right, and a good job covering downfield, forces Pettit to keep it, and the Bulldogs hopefully getting out off the field here and get the ball in the offensive hands.
Looks like it is Condon to do the punting, and this kick is a high, very short kick that is going to hit at the 40, take a bounce for Lake City down to the 30, still rolling on the turf to the 28, 29-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will take over. No score, 9:14 left. This not yet scoring update brought to you by 7B TV, your authorized dish retailer, locally owned and operated and ready to help you, a proud sponsor of Bulldog Sports. All right, Jay, what is Lake City's defense, you think? What's their strength from what you've been able to hear and surmise?
Speed. They're gonna speed you. They're gonna cover the flats. You're gonna look. Bulldogs like to swing those little out patterns, and they're gonna try to take that away and force you to go up the middle over the top. I think you're going to look for a big night for Garrett Cox here. If that offensive line can open some holes, you're going to see a big dose of Garrett Cox tonight running the football.
Well, Cox is going to roll out. They're going to throw the screen to Vandenberg on the far side. He breaks a tackle. He's got about 5, and he's going to get out to the 34-yard line. Running through the first tackle, it'll be 2nd down and 5. Probably a pretty good weekend at the old Vandenberg house last weekend, huh, Jay?
I tell you, it was a little up and down. My son was a redemption. He had a couple drops there. One was costly, but to be able to come back and have redemption really made up for. I think he was a little disappointed himself. But yes, we were very excited for him.
So 2nd and 5, and I think we've got into the neutral zone. It's going to be the Lake City Timberwolves, so the Bulldogs will get a free first down out of this one. So out to the 39-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Bulldogs get the first one by penalty. On the near side for the Bulldogs at the wide receiver position, Connor Hinberg and Nathan Robert. It's Frank and Vandenberg right now standing on the near side in the slot, I think. Yes?
Yeah, Vandenberg's in that little slot position there. Look for Cox here to run this football.
The handoff comes to Cox. He runs right behind where Vandenberg was and gets a nice 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up just underway here. First quarter on Rock 103, North Idaho's radio, and on our websites as well. You can take us anywhere you want. Rock103fm.com, NorthIdahoRadio.com. There's no excuse to not be listening to Bulldog football on a Friday night, except for next Friday, because we don't have a game. Pettit back, looking, throwing. He's got a man. It's Frank. Frank breaks a tackle. He's at the 50s, across the 50s, knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. So that's a nice 13, 14 yards, and the Bulldogs' offense looks pretty good early.
Boy, looking sharp right there. Again, just one-on-one coverage there on Frank to the outside, and he just beats him on that little 5-yard out, and able to outrun him and pick up about 8 yards after that catch. Good throw by Pettit.
So Bulldogs now close in tight. Timberwolves do as well. They hand it off up the middle and to the up back, and that is going to be Cox as he grinds forward for 3, submarining his way through the defense.
Well, that T formation that works so well against Post Falls. Really the teams have really kind of zoomed in on that. It hasn't been as successful as the first time that they showcased that in that first game.
So 2nd down and 8 after the short gain on 1st down. Bulldogs at the Timberwolves 40. Another handoff, this out of the regular formation, and Cox is in the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 30. Garrett Cox is gone. 10-5. Bulldog touchdown right up the gut. And some great blocking by that offensive line. And then Garrett Cox made the safety miss.
Boy, absolutely. Again, they bring Vandenberg across the line. He gets the kick out, but a great job by Laybourne and Durrell up front. And Cox does the rest. He finds the hole, he hits it, and then he's always going to make the first guy miss. You're not tackling with one guy, and Cox takes it to the house. Bulldogs offense off to a great start.
So the Bulldogs get the 40-yard gain on first. What was that? 42-yard touchdown run. Thank you. Mr. Burkeberry doing the stats. Extra point up and good. Bulldogs jump out 7-0. We'll be back after this on Rock 103 and North Idaho's radio.
To 5 p.m.
At Super One Foods in Sandpoint.
All right, Chris Chatburn, Jay Vandenberg, Barry Burke on the stats tonight as we bring you Bulldog football. Bulldogs kicking it off again as Lascoon getting set to trigger it deep with the Lake City returners standing on the end line in what the Bulldogs are hoping is a vain hope that they get to return it. And this one is into the end zone once again. And at the 20, that's where the Timberwolves will take over on offense.
Boy, what a weapon! In all my years of watching, Sandpoint football, this is the first time we've had somebody that can do that so consistently.
Yeah, it's a surprise when it doesn't go into the end zone.
Right.
Frankly,
right? I think 2 of them he's kind of shanked them and put them out of bounds. And maybe another one came up short, and they got a return. But what a weapon! And we get this transfer in at the last second. He says, "Hey, coach, I can kick the ball." And, boy, he can.
Always nice when you get those transfers. So here we go. Jackson Pettit and the offense back on the field for the Timberwolves. The snap is up and over Pettit's head, and he's going to be sacked at about the 7. The snap too high, and the Timberwolves are facing a big deficit as that one's going to be marked from the 20 all the way back to the 7, 8-yard line. So we'll call that 2nd and 22.
Yeah, I was going to say, those snaps have been coming a little high to Pettit there the first series, Chris, and boy, that one just went a little higher and through the hands of Pettit, and the Bulldogs defense gets a big break. His Dunkel right there to make the big tackle on Pettit.
There's another high one, but this one is corralled, and there's a run up the middle that's going to get out to about the 10. So it's going to be 3rd down now and 20, and that snap as well. And this Jackson Pettit, pretty tall.
He is. He's tall and slender. Boy, nice job right there by Benefield, getting off his blocker and comes up and makes a tackle. Bulldogs give up, about 3 or 4 yards on that game.
Yeah, they call it a gain of 3. So 3rd down now and 19 for the Timberwolves. Trips to the far side. One back. Pettit looking. Nowhere to throw. Now he thinks he's going to run. Finally, he dumps it off and out of bounds, not even close to anyone. So the Bulldog defense holds again, and Sandpoint should get pretty good field position out of this one with 5:52 left in this first quarter, leading it 7-0.
Well, yeah, again, nice job by that secondary, Chris. Is, we talk about the struggles, but so far doing a great job of just nobody open, nowhere to go down the field. Is Pettit's looking, had some time, not a lot of pressure by that front three by the Bulldogs, but no need to. Is that the secondary does their job and forces Lake City another punt.
So this time out of his own end zone, it's going to be Condon. Kick is away. This is a good one, and it's going to be fielded by Cox back at the 45-yard line. He's looking for a return. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's back to the 38-yard line. And I don't know who made the cutback block on that one, Jay, but the Bulldog did a great job of not laying out the guy chasing Cox and picking up a penalty. Just kind of got in his way.
It was McCorkle. It looked like it was McCorkle. He kind of got back there and saw as Cox fielded the ball, just kind of waited. He didn't move and didn't make an attempt to go at him, waiting for him to come. He gave him a good little chuck. But, boy, Garrett Cox does a great job of catching the ball and then finding that seam. And the Bulldogs, great field position here on their second series.
Yeah, that's that, blindside block that can get a penalty really quick if you really lay him out because they can't see you coming. So the Bulldogs already set up on Lake City's 39-yard line. Looks like it's Wimmer in there right now at tailback for the Bulldogs. And it's a handoff to Wimmer. He cuts inside. He makes a nice move. He's got about 8. We'll see where they mark him down. It's going to be the 31. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Boy, nice little stretch play out to the right side behind Chapman and Smith. And boy, he gets the edge there. And then all of a sudden he's got one guy, and he cuts up the middle and makes number 7 for the Timberwolves Queen pay for it as he ends up reaching, and he's holding his arm there. He took a shot by the hard-running Wimmer.
Bulldogs have Kuhn in at wide receiver on the near side right now. Pettit feigns the snap. Bulldogs readjust. Everyone looks to the sidelines. 2nd and short. And Pettit back to pass. Looking, going deep. He's got a man out there. It is knocked down. Good defense from the safety on the far side. Knocked away by number 3, Josiah Weaver. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, Josiah Weaver's he's kind of he's that senior. He was the quarterback to start the season. Taking over for Chris Irvin, who was a 3-year starter at Lake City. Tough place, but they see his value on defense, and he does a great job getting over the top and breaking that ball up.
So the Bulldogs at 3rd and 3. One would imagine sitting on the 31-yard line, barring calamity, would be in 4-down territory. Pettit takes it up the middle. He's going to get close to a 1st down, but I think he's going to come up short. They'll give him 2, so it's going to be 4th and 1 right at about the 30-yard line.
Boy, yeah, just that play action fake there, or the fake handoff that Cox going to the right, just didn't fool that middle linebacker. He just eyeballs Parker Pettit and stands his ground, and no blocking at that second level for the Bulldogs, and puts him in this 4th down and short.
So 4th and short, Pettit comes in, drives forward, going for the quarterback sneak. It's going to be close. Ball at the 30, I'll call it 29, probably just enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they're going to put it just over the 29 here.
That should be a 1st down. The referee eyes it up, and the Bulldogs have the 1st down. So a fresh set of downs, ball in the near hash mark. Actually, now they stick it back to the middle of the field. Clock rolls with 4:11 left here in the 1st quarter. Frank and Vandenberg on the near side. On the far side, it's Kuhn and Robert. And it's Garrett Cox in the backfield with Parker Pettit. Fake handoff, looking, throwing. No, Parker has to eat it because the coverage is pretty good, and Pettit's going to get snapped down for a loss. Once again, trying to go deep to Ari Vandenberg, and right now it looks like the Timberwolves kind of just sitting back in a zone, waiting for the receivers to run through there.
Yeah, they're not bringing any pressure. They're just going to kind of try to handle that line of scrimmage. They're kind of just flatten everything out, Chris. And again, a little stop and go by Vandenberg as they look that way, and but still pretty well covered at second level there by Zach Johnson for Timberwolves.
So after the loss of 4, it'll be 2nd down and 14. Pettit back, looking, trying to set up the screen to Cox. He's got it. Cox is at the 30. He's at the 20. He's got a block. He's into the end zone. Nice job downfield for the Bulldogs. Carson Laybourne put a nice block on the one guy who had a chance, and the Bulldogs go up 13-0.
Boy, yeah, pretty well executed. Lake City Timberwolves just didn't react soon enough, as the Bulldogs have really made teams pay for on that play. As Cox gets another one of those long receiving touchdowns, just something simple, but he's able to take it to the house.
Pretty much untouched for 34. Extra point is up, and it is good as well. Bulldogs lead at 14-0. We'll be back with more football here on North Idaho's Radio and Rock 103.
Do you love your Bulldogs?
Pretty strong start. The offense looks like they're clicking on all cylinders.
Kuhn, this one is going to bounce out of bounds at about the 1. So Lake City's going to get pretty good field position, and that's the one off the side of the foot you were just talking about.
Yeah, he has a tendency, he just really goes hard at that ball. And sometimes, you pull your head a little too early and those hips open up and boom, you're not hitting the ball square, and that thing's going to hook hard left, and almost got it there, but it looks like it bounced out of bounds about on the 4-yard line.
So at the 35, Lake City's best starting field position, and the furthest they've made it out, I think they had to punt it from the 30, their first possession, obviously deep last time. So here they come, third possession for the Timberwolves. They've got Zach Johnson in the backfield this time, and they're going to hand it to him. Johnson goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, and is going to be brought down after a gain of about 6. Benefield there on the stop. And it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, again, they're going to move him around and find ways to get him the ball. That's his first opportunity to hit the ball in his hands, and boy, he did a good job of getting back there and uses his speed. You can see the speed of the kid. He hits the ground, running, and picks up 6 yards.
So Timberwolves out of the huddle, up to the line. Once again, Johnson in the backfield. 4 wides for Lake City in their white and silvery, old-time Cowboys-esque looking. There's a pitch this time to Johnson on the outside. He stiff arms a Bulldog, and there's going to be a run out of bounds by Wimmer after a gain of 3. So 3rd down coming up for the Timberwolves at the 43, 44-yard line.
Just a pitch left. They got the blockers out there. The Bulldogs do a good job of limiting a big play there as, Johnson just runs out of room and pushed out of bounds there by Owen Wimmer, getting his second start of this season.
So 3rd down now. A short 2 for the Timberwolves. Handoff. Oh, it's a misdirection. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to get a 1st down. Looked like there was a little mishandle, but the quarterback probably just kept that one as the Bulldogs really went after the running back on that 3rd and short.
Boy, yeah, he hands it out to the running back. They're going to get thrown for a big loss there, but a good play there by Petty. He keeps it, almost loses it, able to find a nice little seam. Not much, picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
So the ball out to the Lake City 47-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left here. Bulldogs up 14-0. Option play goes just about nowhere. Maybe a loss of 1 on that play. And this scoring update here on North Idaho's Radio and Rock 103 brought to you by Sun Rental. Proud supporter of the Bulldogs since 1979. They rent everything under the sun.
Well, yeah, the Bulldogs, he keeps that. He fakes the option out to Johnson to the outside and keeps it in the middle, but he got tattooed there by by a Bulldog. He didn't get the number, but he comes up a little gimpy. Pettit does, and looking at the numbers there, it doesn't look like the Timberwolves have a whole lot of depth over there. So you got to watch this quarterback and see if he can sustain some of this beating he's going to get if he's having big
trips to the near side. Another miscommunication and a tough catch on the pass, on the snap. There's a pass that's good for about 7 yards, 8 maybe. It's going to be another 3rd and 3 as the receiver out there was number 81, Justin Hill, and he got nailed as soon as he caught it.
Boy, yeah, just again, slow developing play. And he just kind of sits there and allows Cody Steiger to read it. Cody Steiger comes up from that safety position and does what a free safety does. He catches it, and he doesn't make sure he doesn't go any further than where he went.
So 3rd down and 3. Timberwolves into Bulldog territory for the first time tonight. Jackson Pettit. He's got Zach Johnson in the backfield behind him. Handoff to Johnson. He gets to the outside. He breaks a tackle. He's got a lot of room. He's inside the 30, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line. The run around the outside, successful for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, again, they're going to get the ball in Johnson's hands, and he does a good job. Not a whole lot of defenders off to that weak side for the Bulldogs. They had the same problems last week against Hepburn and the Lewiston Bengals. They gave up big plays, and again, Johnson makes the first guy miss and has some pretty decent block. He's able to turn the corner and pick up a big play and a big first down here for the Timberwolves.
So the Timberwolves nearing the Bulldogs red zone for the first time tonight as we near the end of this first quarter. Johnson this time right next to Jackson Pettit. The Lake City quarterback sends Johnson in motion, and then flags fly as we have too many guys in motion at one time. And it's going to mark Lake City back 5, and it'll be first and 15.
Yeah, again, that time they put Johnson in motion to the left side. No Bulldog. It looked like it was going to be a pretty easy little swing pass out to Johnson. Again, nobody follows Johnson out to that flat area, but Lake City just kind of sees it and jumps too early and go back 5 yards here.
So the ball at the 34-yard line now for Lake City, 1st and 15. It's Pettit and Jackson in the backfield, or Johnson, in the backfield. Pettit looking, throwing, pass caught on the slant. Pretty easy 10-yard pitch and catch there to the near side, once again to Hill.
Yeah, just an easy slant there against Barlow, and a little late to, you're going to take what you give them. You're going to give them the inside, they're going to take the inside. You give them the outside, they're going to take the outside. As again, Hill that time does a good job of reading that, and there's really a pretty soft middle there for that against that Bulldog defense. Nobody there.
So 2nd and 5 coming up when the second quarter gets underway. Bulldogs lead at 14-0 here on North Idaho's radio and Rock 103. Second down and 5. Handoff right up the middle, and this one is snuffed out, and there is a loss on the play as they handed it off that time once again to the running back, I think Ross, and Ross went backwards for 2.
Yeah, good job. I think that was McCorkle coming in there and making a nice stop. Right when the running back caught the ball in the backfield, they tried to go to the left side there, and the defense not having any of that.
So 3rd and 7 now for Lake City. sitting at the Bulldog 26-yard line. Ross in the backfield.
Well, again, look for Lake City to look to the heel out to that right side, one-on-one with Barlow.
Back to pass. They throw it. It is incomplete. Trying to get it to Johnson out of the slot, and Wes Benefield was there to make sure that that one went nowhere. Even if he caught it, it was going to be a no gain.
Yeah, there's one guy that Johnson is going to notice and see probably a lot tonight, and that's Wes Benefield. And that kid works hard, and he's kind of the heart of this defense at the middle linebacker. I mean, he's making 16, 20 tackles a game for this Bulldog defense, and he seems to be everywhere. Really came a long way from his sophomore year to his junior. He's now that captain of that defense and always in the right place at the right time.
So it's going to be 4th down now and 7 for Lake City. Obviously down 14 on your opponent's 26. They're going for it. See if the Bulldog defense can get a stop here. They put Johnson out wide on the far side. They're looking his way. The throw comes to Johnson. He snags it out of the air. Pretty good coverage by McCorkle, but Johnson went up high to bring it in at the 15-yard line. They'll mark him about the 17.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Bulldogs don't give him a little help over the top there and roll the one over there, because once he goes out to by himself, they're gonna look his way. He's that kind of a threat, and boy, good throw that time by Pettit to Johnson.
So Johnson this time in at tight end with trips to the far side, and Ross in the backfield. Pettit looking, trying to throw it to Johnson again over in the corner, and he is closely guarded. It's thrown away and out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Boy, good job that time as it, again, lining Johnson up all over the field, Chris.
Yes,
tight
they are.
end, slot, running back. Boy, putting him in all different places, and the Bulldogs doing a good job of finding out where he's at, and that ball just out-thrown, but really well covered there by the Bulldogs.
So 2nd and 10, 10:45 left here in this second quarter. Glad you're along with us for Bulldog football. Bulldogs looking to make it 3-1 against the 5As this season. Man in motion is Hill. Another high snap. Hand up the middle, goes nowhere. Nice job. Great tackle there. Looked like Wimmer just shot in and tackled him for no gain.
Yeah, boy, that was Wimmer. That's a great read there by Wimmer. Once he sees it, man, he fires like a missile and does a good job of tackling up Ross.
Bulldogs leading at 14-0, and this scoring update is brought to you by Jalapenos Mexican Restaurant. For the finest Mexican food on 2nd Avenue and Sandpoint, now with a convenient pickup window. 3rd down. Bulldog defense trying to keep the goose egg on the board for the Timberwolves. Again, looking down the middle, trying to get it to the big receiver. It's incomplete. That time Hill, the intended receiver, and a flag comes in late.
Well, I don't know about that. That was real
They're
late.
going to flag the Bulldogs for the hit on the receiver after the ball had gone through. It wasn't much of a hit, that's for sure.
Boy, everybody else looking around there. Hopefully they bring everybody in there and say there's nothing there.
Yeah, that rarely happens.
It rarely happens. Especially that's not your play. That's not your call. You're over on the sidelines on the outside, and you're trying to make a call back into the middle of the field where you have 2 other back judges over there. Now that's their area.
So the referee conference continues, and they will pick it up. So sanity reigns.
Yeah, get out of my. I'm all over this play. You don't need to throw my flag. If I see something, I'll let you know. That's good. A big break there for the Bulldogs.
That's right.
Lake City's 4th and long here, and looks like they're gonna go for it. No trust in their kicker, and the Bulldogs defense has a big opportunity here to get off the field here on 4th down and 10, and look for the Timberwolves to look at Johnson again, find out where he's at.
Timberwolves going to have to call a timeout. We will keep it here with 10:02 left, and remind you that we have the Columbia Bank halftime show coming your way, featuring the stat page. And it is homecoming, so it will be an extended halftime show, more than likely, as the homecoming court is unveiled, amongst other activities.
Yeah, now, how does that work? Man, my wife and I were talking about that. Does anybody know who it is, or is it How does that work with the homecoming court, with the school and the kids? And do you have?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I'm so far removed.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not sure.
sure that they don't drive cars on this fancy new field.
You're probably right on that.
Like they used to. There'll be no parade of hot rods. So the timeout is over, and we are set for this big fourth down play. Already one fourth down completed, and Jay, you're right. They've got Old Johnson out there on the far side with
You
Luke
got to
McCorkle.
cheat somebody over the top there. Just take him out of the game. Make somebody else beat you.
They're looking that way. They throw it deep into the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you, all day long.
And McCorkle actually did a pretty good job hand fighting him. I think they're going to call pass interference on the Bulldogs, which will be declined. But that's a touchdown for Lake City as they go to their big guy over there.
Yeah, I know Coach Knowles knows what's going on, and that's where the ball's going to go. They got him lined up one-on-one. Roll your safety over the top and make somebody else beat you to the weak side. And Johnson's he's that good of an athlete. He's one of the top-ranked receivers in the Pacific Northwest, and he proves it right there as he's works through the PI and still comes down with the ball.
So the extra point forthcoming for number 2, Kyrus Condon. Snap is good. Kick is up. It is.
It's going to be good.
Well, it's just enough, let's say, to go up and over the bar. 14-7 Bulldogs. Timeout on the field. We'll be back with more after this on Rock 103 in North Idaho's radio. And we're back here at Barlow Stadium as Lake City's getting set to kick it away from the 45. So obviously some sort of penalty situation against the Bulldogs. And the kick sails easily into the end zone, and the Bulldogs will take over on the 20-yard line. So imperative for the offense to get another drive going here and put some more points on the board.
Absolutely, Chris. This is, again, like you said, we've been down 14 points many of the time. Now the Bulldogs offense is going to have to kind of regain this momentum and sustain a drive and get it down the field. So far, Lake City hasn't been able to contain this Bulldog offense, but again, this is where you want this. Hey, now the offense needs to come out and help out the defense here.
Yeah, it's where you need a big dose of Garrett Cox just rolling them over. So let's see what the Bulldogs do on first down with their 4 wides. And Pettit takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, gets it out to Frank on the screen. He cuts inside. He's got a first down. He's out to the 35-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 15 on first down and a Bulldog first down and 10.
Yeah, good job right there. Vandenberg just comes up, does a great job of blocking on number 5, Garofalo, and allows Frank to work his way back to the middle and pick up 15 yards. So well blocked, well executed play there for the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs again put their wing tee in action. Hand it off to Cox up the middle. Cox drives forward. He's got a nice gain. It's about 7 on first down out to the 42, and it'll be 2nd and 3. Nice push by the offensive line there.
Boy, it was a nice push there. Again, just bottled up in there, and again, just that quick hitter to Cox, and I believe it was Austin Smith and Chapman and Stockton just doing their job of just bowling down the defensive line and creating some room for Cox to run.
That's right. Last week's players of the game showing up there. There's another hand up to Cox. He's got a room. He's at the 50. He breaks it to the 45-yard line. Another nice block on the outside, this time by Max Frank. And it's another Bulldog first down as they are chewing up some big gains on the ground.
Boy, I tell you what, they are. Good job again off that right side, Chris. And, boy, I love how Parker Pettit just holds that ball in there and it just freezes that linebacker just a second. And once he pulls it, Pettit's got that, or Cox got that great burst of speed, and that linebacker's kind of stuck inside, and Cox is able to pick up big yards.
So the Bulldogs already up to the 45-yard line. Now the screen play, Cox. He gets a block. He's to the outside. He's wrestled down by his helmet. Bulldogs want a penalty. They're not going to get it, but it's still a 7-8 yard gain on first down.
Boy, yeah, just, Frank had he had that block on him, but he just isn't able to hold off Garofalo, and boy, but that's a big play if Frank does a little bit better job blocking on that outside, as Cox didn't got the full head of steam down the sideline.
Yeah, one block away from being another touchdown, but here we go on 2nd and 3. Pettit runs the option, now drops back to pass, throws it across the middle, looking for Vandenberg, and there was a lot of white shirts around there. Incomplete, and luckily so for the Bulldogs.
Boy, yeah, tough spot to throw that football. Again, you'd like to see that receiver kind of settle down in there and not run into that into the defender, but I know, you anticipate the receiver can kind of finish that route, but you'd like to see him be able to break that off and kind of go to that soft
settle
area.
in that zone that Lake City's got going there. They throw it on the outside and through the hands of the intended receiver. That was a bullet intended for Robert that's incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Robert's got to catch that ball. He's wide open. Nobody's even paying attention. Again, the Bulldogs are so pass heavy to Vandenberg and Frank. They don't very seldomly throw it to that weak side, and Robert's wide open. And it's just a catch. That's an easy first down, and then more.
So 4th and 3. Let's see what the Bulldogs do here. 7:53 remaining in this second quarter. Bulldogs inside the 40, run the option. Pettit goes for the first down. He's got it. Inside the 35 down to the 32. Bulldogs run the option, and it's usually a pretty good option when Pettit keeps it on that play.
Again, my hat's off to Chapman and Smith. They do a good job of just creating a little space. Makes that read for Pettit pretty easy. It's a nice hole, generates that right side, and he picks it, and he knows he's going to get that 3 yards of first down, and he gets a couple extras. So a good job there by that offensive line and Parker Pettit.
Yeah, he could have kept it. He could have pitched it. Either one would have made it. So 1st and 10 Bulldogs after they complete the 4th down. Now the handoff to Cox. Cox tries to get to the outside. He breaks a tackle. He's coming back the other way, and the Bulldogs are going to block in the back. And he runs inside the 10, but forget any of that. The Bulldogs are going to be hit with the block in the back on the reversal of field.
Well, that was Frank, and he had the guy tied up, but the guy got away from him, and then he tries to go back and find him, and that's when you just got to stand there, be the mirror.
So the Bulldogs will be knocked backwards from the 30, it looks like, where they're going to put this one. So that'll kick them back a ways and make it 1st down and long.
Boy, that play was all set up for Cox. That was another nice play call there by Coach Theobar. Everything what you wanted happened, and boy, just a costly penalty. The first mistake, pretty big mistake there by the Bulldog offense.
Yeah, that's a 15-yarder, and it's all the way back to the 43. So the Bulldogs looking at 1st and 21. Bulldogs this time run 3 wides to the far side. Max Frank on the near side. Final signals coming in. Glad you're along with us. Chris Chatburn, Jay Vandenberg, Barry Burke on the stats. Pettit looking. Tries to get away and finally does. Still on his feet. Now he's going to be tackled for a loss. And a play, Bulldogs really trying to go deep, and there was nothing there for for Parker to throw it into.
Yeah, Max Frank falls down on his route. He's got the man beat. They're going to throw it to him, and he just falls down on the field, and that creates a negative play for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. You got to stay on your feet. You can't just be falling down. So And boy, that costed the Bulldogs big, because that was a big play looking that it was going to happen there.
So 2nd down and now 24 for the Bulldogs. Pettit rolling to the near side, looking, trying to throw it, throws it across the middle. Dangerous pass. Looks like he had Frank open deep on the cross, but tried to get it to Vandenberg. And again, a lot of traffic around that football.
Boy, yeah, just the linebackers just, they do a good job of flattening it out. There's nothing open short. They just got a nice mirror. So now everybody's just looking, reading the quarterback's eyes as he tries to throw it to Vandenberg coming back across. And boy, that outside linebacker, strong safety, just kind of sits there and almost comes up with a big pick.
So 3rd down and long. That block in the back really hindering the Bulldogs' chances on this drive. See if they can get some yardage. Back to pass. Pettit throwing. He's got a man open. It's Vandenberg. He's going to get tackled at the 38. So a short gain, and it's going to be 4th down and still pretty long. Bulldogs, I'm anticipating the Parker Pettit pooch punt towards the coffin corner.
Yeah, I believe that's with no punter, that's my call too.
Bulldogs definitely don't want to give it to him all the way out here on the outside the 35. The only score that Lake City has was on a play when they started at the 35 off of the kickoff out of bounds. Pettit, no, they're going for it. Bulldogs trying to get it in. Max Frank makes the catch at the 18-yard line for a 1st down. Well, I guess, you know what? You line up like you're going to pooch punt it, and then eventually you're going to go for it, and that was the Bulldogs' time to do it. And what a great throw and catch that time by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's that nice little play action there. Freezes that linebacker and allows Frank to work down deep the middle. And, boy, good blocking by that offensive line. Gives Parker Pettit to look downfield and throw to which open Max Frank.
Yeah, 4th and 16. That's a crusher as the Bulldogs try to get it right off the right side to Garrett Cox. He might get a couple off of that one. With 4:55 remaining in this first half of play. Bulldogs trying to go up 14 once again. This scoring update with Sandpoint leading at 14-7, brought to you by 7BTV, your authorized dish retailer, locally owned and operated, and ready to help you. A proud sponsor of Bulldog Sports. So they say no gain. 2nd and 10. 4.5 when this one snapped. Or less, as the Bulldogs will now look over to the sidelines, get the final signals. Garrett Cox will shift to the right of Parker Pettit. Pettit hands it off to Cox. He's got a hole up the middle. He's on his feet inside the 15. He's down to about the 14. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Boy, yeah, just a shoestring tackle there by, the middle linebacker there for the Timberwolves. As, again, Cox gets a nice opening up the middle behind Ben Stockton and Carson Laybourne, and almost gets it outside into the end zone. But, nice tackle there at the feet by the Timberwolves.
3rd down, Bulldogs. Looking to get one in with 3:45 left. Timberwolves shift on the defensive line. Pettit rolls, pitches, tries to get it outside to Cox, and he goes backwards. Not much doing wide on that one. Excellent job by the Timberwolves. It's going to be 4th down again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you got to think that was a 2-down territory here for the Bulldogs. That the last thing they want to do is lose 5 on that play call. But, good job by that Lake City defensive end as, Parker Pettit gets him to kind of stay with him, but he's able to really make up ground and get back outside and stop a big play by Cox.
Bulldogs going to talk about it here as we get set for this 4th down play. Sandpoint with the ball down to the 17-yard line. They need to get just inside the 10, it looks like, for a 1st down, 3rd down and 7. Of course, tomorrow we've got more football for you here on North Idaho's radio. We've got Vandal football. Vandals playing the old nighttime game at UC Davis tomorrow, with the pregame tomorrow evening at 6 and kickoff from beautiful Cali tomorrow at 7.
Vandal win on the board after their open.
Student Advisory Council, your friends, the Idaho High School Activities Association, and Sandpoint High School.
on the field
No,
after
they're
the
gonna kick it.
timeout. Are they going for the field goal here?
Wow, 31-yarder, or I think that a 34-yarder. And we've been in this position before, Chris. And boy, hopefully, Gove can get off the snide here and put one through the uprights.
Oh, low snap, and the kick not even close.
Yeah,
So snap was a grounder, and that threw everything off. And then Gove barely got it over the line of over the head of the lineman, and so it's going to be turned over after the missed field goal. And at the 20, Lake City will take over. Bulldogs leading at 14-7. And time for the Bulldog defense to step back up and get a stop here.
Yeah, giving the Timberwolves life. With 3 minutes to go here in the half, and Bulldogs keeping them around.
So 1st and 10, trips near side, running back in motion, empty backfield. Pettit looking, throwing, throws it to guess who out of the slot, and it's going to be a loss as they try to run the wide receiver screen to Johnson, and the Bulldogs all over that one. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, West Benefield not fooled there, as again he's lined up in that tight end position. They empty the backfield, try to get the linebacker to move out there, but they just dump it off to Johnson. Anyway they can, they're going to get the ball to Johnson, and West Benefield not fooled.
So they split him out wide this time as McCorkle goes out to guard Johnson. Trips near side, one back. Pettit looking.
Wide open.
Throws it to Johnson across the middle, who is wide open, and he breaks past the Bulldog. He's at the 30, the 40, and he's out to the 44.
I don't know. I don't get it.
McCorkle eventually makes the tackle, but not until Lake City gets all the way out to the 43-yard line. So 23 yards on that play to Johnson. And so far it's all Johnson all the time for the Timberwolves.
And you knew this going into the game, too. And that time, he's wide open by 10 yards, Chris, coming off that line of scrimmage.
Trips far side. Johnson on the near side. Back to pass. They throw it out. Pass is caught by Hill. He breaks away from a tackler, gets across midfield out to the 49. And it's going to be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, the Timberwolves like their situation right now as they get into Bulldog territory here with just the clock ticking inside 2 minutes, Chris. And a lot of cushion for the receivers, not a lot of pressure. Pretty easy for the quarterback, Pet, to sit back there and throw some darts out to some wide open receivers. All they got to do is catch it and turn upfield. They're going to get some yardage.
So 2nd down and 3. Handoff. Delay up the middle. Not much doing. Might get a little bit. It's going to be 3rd down now and short as the clock winds down to a minute 35. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Timberwolves
will get the ball at the kickoff here at the start of the second half, too.
No, the Bulldogs get it. They kicked off to
start.
That's
right. You're right.
Bulldogs kicked off and got a stop on the first possession. So Sandpoint gets it started the 3rd quarter. 1:10 left. Clock still running. 3rd and short. Another handoff up the middle. Enough for a 1st down, but not much more. Down to the 45. One would imagine that Lake City would call timeout. They do. With 1:03 left in the first half, we'll take one as well. I'll be back on North Idaho's radio and Rock 103 after this.
Score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. When you attend a high school game, think about history, we'll remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help people experience citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow.
Or even apply for a loan.
Your friends with the Idaho High School Activities Association and Sandpoint High School.
Jackson Pettit just heaved it deep to no one as his receiver kind of cut off the route. And so 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, trying to just do the wheel right out to the outside, and the Bulldogs kind of bottle him up, ball overthrown. But again, that secondary just really just giving too much room. As another receiver was open actually to the outside, a much easier throw.
So 2nd and 10, under a minute here in this second quarter. Man in motion.
Johnson's right here.
Johnson in the slot. Back to pass. They throw it back across the grain. It's caught by the running back. He gets 5 as Ross makes the catch and gets to the 40. Well, only one timeout left for Lake City, and a 3rd and 5 coming from the Bulldog 40.
They better hustle up.
Clock continuing to run, 30 seconds. Pettit all day to throw. Lobs it to no one. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down now.
4th down.
Oh, it's going to be 4th down. Excuse me. You're right. 4th and 5 with 27 seconds left.
They have a pretty good idea where they're going to go with the ball. Where they're going to go with the ball.
Yeah, they're going to line up Johnson wide, probably to the far side, and then just lob it up to him. They've done it on every 4th down play so far. And we've got a timeout on the field. That's a wacky timeout here on 4th down by Lake City. We'll keep it here with this scoring update. Bulldogs still leading at 14-7, and this scoring update is brought to you by Interstate Concrete, a proud sponsor of Bulldog football for more than 30 years. So, interesting timeout. The clock had stopped, but on this 4th down, I guess Timberwolves want to talk it over. Of course, if they complete one downfield inbounds, clock will roll.
Well, if it's a 1st down, Chris.
Well, it will stop for the setting of the chains. But our chain gang shows an incredible amount of speed in these key situations when they need to get set. No?
They do. They're probably one of the best chain gangs in the state of Idaho. Jeff Byer, Cliff Irish, Rusty Irish. Been at it for a long time.
I mean, when I think speed, I think Cliff Irish. I always have.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. Played softball with him for many years. He could motor.
When I first came to town, he used to play for the co-op team back in the mid-'80s, the basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want to run across the key with him standing in the middle of it.
There you go. You got Johnson lined out on that side of the field, Chris. Where are they going to go with the ball here? And Cody Steiger needs to get out there and give him some help.
Now, Coach Knowles wants to call timeout, and he might be mentioning something very similar to his squad here on this 4th down. So the Bulldogs are down to 1 timeout left in this first half. Yeah, it's just
yeah, again, the Bulldogs had a chance here to get out the field up 14-7. Lake City's done a good job here in the second quarter of taking the air out of the ball. They've really possessed the ball here for quite a bit here in the second quarter, Chris, and kind of got the defense on their heels a little bit, coming up with some plays, keeping them off balance, and Johnson's just been huge.
Yeah, it's been Johnson all over the place. They've run him out of the backfield. They've thrown him at tight end. They split him wide as they do once again this time. And let's see what Coach Thielbar has to say there. Or excuse me, Coach Knowles, Coach Benefield.
Again, they're going to leave him one-on-one to the outside.
So 4th down. Back to pass.
Double move.
And the hit as he throws. Ball is up, and it is caught.
No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete, but they want pass interference, I guess, is the problem, huh? So the Bulldogs now have 20 seconds. Wow, it's amazing that ball could get anywhere near the intended receiver as Pettit was hit as he was throwing it.
Boy, yeah, just going to that double move. Johnson is lightning fast. The boy can cover 100 yards, and he's probably the fastest kid in the state going into his junior year. He actually beat Braden Kappen in one of those races last year before hurting himself. But boy, the Bulldogs dodge a bullet there.
So 20 seconds left here in this first half. Bulldogs come out not looking like they're going to take the air out of the football here on 1st down at the 40. Timberwolves showing maybe a blitz. They back out of it, but Pettit's running for his life, and there's a flag down, and Pettit as well. And I would imagine this would precipitate, as Pettit comes up limping a little bit, a kneel down with 14 seconds left.
Yeah, everybody for Lake City's back other than the front four. They're bringing pressure, and they actually get the pressure on Pettit. And Pettit's a little gimpy out there. It looks like maybe his left hip there as he gets thrown down to the ground on that sack. But he's got to realize that pressure, and he was kind of casually just kind of started rolling to his right side, but he needed to sprint out of there a little bit quicker. But all for naught is that's a holding call against the Bulldogs, and this is a situation, put their knee down and go into halftime with the 14-7 lead and kind of regroup here in the third quarter.
So 9 seconds left. Pettit up under center this time. And that's going to be your first half of action. No play elapsed. 14-7 Bulldogs. The Columbia Bank Halftime Show is on the way next here at North Idaho's Radio and Rock 103.
Now introducing the Sandpoint High School dance team.
Who spreads faster than the virus is fear. And when it comes to fear, you need to forget everything you learned. You can face everything in life.
Dance team is Riley, Ada, Lily, Margot, Haley, Serena, Maddie, Madison, Isadora, Haley, Lena, Micah, Hannah, Ursula, Camille, Jaden, and Amanda, and head coach Sarah Garrison. Let's hear one more time for the Sandpoint High School dance team. And now let's welcome the Sandpoint High School cheer team. cheer team are Nina, Jasmine, Chloe, Shayna, Elizabeth, Olivia, Cadence, Annie, Alexa, McKenna, Nina, Jessica, Sophie, Mia, Casey, Kayla, Jordan, Victoria, Eleanor, Kenzie, and head coach Heather Deacon. Let's hear one more time for the Sandpoint High School cheer team.
Let's hear it for Lauren Lindy here one more time. Sophomore junior judges. We have Clyde Percoso and Aaliyah Struck. Let's hear it one more time for Duke and Duchess. Next up, the junior class, Prince and Princess. We have Isaac McCray and Savannah Cooper. Let's hear it for the junior class Prince and Princess. Now we get your senior class nominees for the King and Queen. Let's hear it, crowd. You guys ready? Your senior king, all hail the king. Drum roll, please. Your king is Garrett. And now your senior queen, drum roll please, Miss Erin. Congratulations to this year's royalty. Let's hear it one more time.
gotten something to drink.
Bad decision by one of their blockers on the outside. They probably would have 21 points on there. It's not like Lake City did anything for that. The Bulldogs put themselves in a down and distance that was just too hard to overcome.
Yeah, fourth down, and what was it? Fourth down and 14, and they got a one-on-one with Zach Johnson, and they made the Bulldogs pay, and that's their lone touchdown in the play. But the Bulldogs do everything right up until that athlete is comes up and makes a big play for him.
So Lake City's going to have to kick it away here to start this contest in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs will send Dunkel and McCorkle back deep to receive. Looks to me like it is going to be number 35, Camden Martindale, the tight end defensive lineman, with the interesting number of 35 to do the kicking. And it's going to be a short kick. It's going to be taken by McCorkle on the run at about the 15. He fakes the handoff and keeps it. He gets to the outside. He's at the 30. He's going to be run out of bounds at about the 35. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over. 36-yard line, 1st and 10 here, as we are just off and rolling in this third quarter of action on Rock 103 and North Idaho's radio. But this drive here to start this third quarter, it's a big one, Jay. Bulldogs go down and reestablish that 14-point lead. I like the Bulldog chances.
Oh, absolutely. I think I don't know if there's enough big plays by Johnson to be had to overcome. But the Bulldogs really just ball control, a steady dose of Cox here, and put some points on the board.
So the Bulldogs have their 4 wide standard set. Pettit hands it to Cox. Cox right up the middle. Cox moves forward. Cox spins. Cox continues to fight forward. That's good for 14, make it 13, and a Bulldog first down at the 39.
Yeah, again, just a good job just out off the middle behind Ben Stockton, and then he's able to get out to the right side behind Smith and Chapman, and does a great job just picking up 8 yards, gets hit, and then takes another 5 yards just of guys hanging on him.
You have guys trying desperately to bring him down. The homecoming king. Officially now as he enters the second half of play. There's another handoff to Cox up the middle. This time from behind. He's going to be dragged down after a short gain of 2. Across the 50 to about the Lake City 49. Yeah. Actually, they'll mark him right at the 50.
Yeah, this is just about a yard there on that carry. Is that time, we blocked the defensive end on that right side. He just isn't fooled by the ball fake, and he just falls him down, and he's able to stop Cox after 1 yard.
So 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Pettit looking, throwing. Got a man out there. It's caught by Frank. Frank's going to get another Bulldog first down. He's still on his feet. Should have been tackled for a gain of about 4, but he's going to get down to the 35-yard line as he just refused to go down, and the Bulldogs have another first down.
Yeah, good hard-nosed running there by Frank, who just catches the ball about 2 yards downfield and does the rest on his own. But, boy, you got to love the look of that young sophomore there.
Yeah, he basically just pulled himself away from the would-be tackler and got about another 10, 12 yards down the sideline. So the Bulldogs already inside the 35 of Lake City. Pettit and everyone looking over to the sideline, save the linemen who are just hanging out, waiting for the snap in their 3-point stance. Vandenberg in the slot, 3 wides, Frank near side, handoff, Cox. Cox has a hole, he's at the 30, and knocked down there. Nice tackle by Kyrus Condon, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4.
Yeah, good one right there. Just that second level. I think Vandenberg missed that first guy coming over, and he took the second guy, and the first guy was the one that is able to come across and tackle Cox there. But again, a nice job there on first down, 4 yards.
Pettit looking over the defense, clapping his hands, taking the snap, dropping back, faking, going deep. He's got a man open. It's Frank at the 10. He's into the end zone. Little out and up, and the Bulldogs fool the defensive back for Lake City. And just like that, 1 minute and 54 seconds into the third quarter, Bulldogs, as requested, put it in the end zone.
Boy, nice little answer there. Again, Lake City really doesn't like to have anything happen in that flat, in that middle area. Vandenberg takes 2 defenders to the middle, allows Frank to work one-on-one with that little out and up, stop and go, whatever you want to call it. But he blows by the corner and a big touchdown play for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Pettit put the fake pass on, and the defensive back bit. This extra point is up and good by Gove. 20-1-7 Bulldogs. 10:06 remaining in the third quarter, and this scoring update is brought to you by Sun Rental, a proud supporter of the Bulldogs since 1979. They rent everything under the sun. And Jay, we've got a week off next week, and then it's down to Moscow for the games that really matter as far as whether you're going to make it to the postseason or not.
Absolutely, yes. And the Bulldogs. Moscow and Lakeland, taking more of the easier route. They schedule a lot of 3A, 2A teams. On their schedule, they don't play up that often, and so not a whole lot of light games. I do know, Lake City beat up on Moscow pretty good earlier in the year, or beat up on Lakeland earlier in the year, and I'm not sure how Moscow's been doing. I think they're 3-2 through the season, but they haven't really played the caliber of opponents the Bulldogs have.
No, but it's always tough. They have like 14 guys in the sidelines, but 5 of them are always really, really good.
Yes, they are.
So Last Coon getting set to kick it away. First time towards the south. This is going to be a high short kick. Returnable from the 5-yard line. Gathered in there by Ross. Ross looking for room. Cuts against the grain. Has a nice little seam out across the 30. And they're going to be tackled at the 32. And that's where Lake City takes over.
And that's why you bear it into the end zone, Chris. That one just a little shorter. I think the Bulldogs had it pretty well corralled there, but good job by Ross just being patient, and he ends up getting kind of in the scrum and then breaks it back against the grain and finds a little soft spot in the middle of the field. Nice return for the Timberwolves.
Let's see what the Bulldog defense has to bear here in this third quarter when it comes to Mr. Zach Johnson. He's out split wide right, 2 receivers to the near side. They fake the handoff. No, they do hand it off right up the middle, and kind of with a calf roping move, knocking him down there. Wes Benefield in the middle of the line. It's about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4, and second down coming up.
Yeah, good. A good little hole for the Timberwolves. You haven't seen too much running room up the middle for him tonight, but that time a nice hole opened up for Ross, and he gets that second level, and Benefield finishes him off.
So they do give him 4, 2nd and 6. Bulldogs leading at 21-7. Another handoff. And a big hole to the outside. Ross has got a first down and more. He's going to be run out of bounds at about midfield. And that's going to be another gain around 14. And a first down coming for Lake City.
Yeah, Cox comes back into the game. Again, they attack where, they're just attacking that weak side again against this Bulldog defense, short side of the field, and pretty well blocked. And Ross is showing some good quickness and good spurt off that right side, Chris, and really making the Bulldogs pay.
Yeah, he's got some good vision, too, because he really lets his block set up and then just speeds to the open spot. Handoff up the middle, not much happening this time. Nice tackle in there for the Bulldogs. I think it was Ballison who got him around the ankles and knocked him down for a gain of 1.
Yeah, Ballison, kind of a late to the game of football, started playing his freshman year, but, the more snaps he's getting, the better he is. He always struggled kind of locating the ball when he's down in that 4-point stance, but that time does a good job of seeing the ball and stopping that running back after 1-yard gain.
So 2nd and 9. This time Johnson in the slot. Part of trips to the near side for Pettit. Pettit hands to Ross. Ross again up the middle. Breaks into the secondary. Breaking tackles and down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that time the Bulldogs just shoddy tackling right up the middle.
Yeah, just nobody gets a clean look at Ross. Again, good blocking off that right side for the Timberwolves, and he's able to squirt through there and get past the linebackers and into the secondary, keeps his feet, and their first big running play here for Ross here in this game.
Yeah, 22 right up the middle that time for Lake City, who once again are to the line of scrimmage. 2 wides near. Handoff up the middle. Again, just riding Ross on this drive here in this third quarter. It's been all ground game so far, and this is a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, pretty, hey, you're not getting the big plays every time, but I tell you what, they're getting 3 and 4 yards here against this Bulldog defensive front as this line, offensive line is starting to show a little bit of push and creating some opening holes and getting that next level.
So 2nd down 7. Hill wide right. Johnson in the slot. 2 other receivers to the wide side, the near side of the field. This time it's Condon in there for some ball carrying possible action. The pitch comes to him. He tries to get to the outside, and he's knocked down by Benefield, but makes a great tackle for a loss of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Absolutely, good job. And, the Bulldogs into that strong side of that defense, and they do a pretty good job of stringing that out. But where they've struggled is that weak side where they're pretty much outnumbered. That time Wes Benefield does what he does and makes the nice read and gets up there and makes a nice tackle on Condon.
So 3rd down. Johnson tight in the slot. Just off the tackle. And back to pass and rolling is Pettit. Pettit looking. Throwing for Johnson downfield. He dropped it at the 5. Might not have been able to stay in bounds. Might have been worrying about where his feet was as that ball was thrown high and wide. So it's going to be 4th down again for Lake City. Once again, they are at the Bulldog 28-yard line. They need to get down to about they're at about the 26. They need to get to the 18.
Yeah, big 4th down and 8 here for this Bulldog defense. Again, you know where the ball is going to go. Johnson's in that slot again. They're probably going to roll away from the pressure. Let Johnson try to buy Pettit some time and let him work way downfield.
Pettit back, looking, trying to throw, throws it to nobody. Bulldogs hold. Trying to get it out to his running back, number 23, Ross, and he just zipped it past him before Ross was even ready for it because the Bulldog rush was bearing down on Pettit.
Yeah, he had some time. He's looking downfield, and then just nobody comes open as that pressure gets to him, and almost kind of a no-look Patrick Mahomes would throw there as he just kind of throws it out there wide of his intended receiver.
To quote a politician long ago, I've seen Patrick Mahomes, and Jackson Pettit is no Patrick Mahomes.
He's not. But the no-look is what I was referring to.
Yes. So Bulldogs take over on downs. Cox, fake handoff to him. They throw it to Frank, who's going to be knocked down immediately. Might lose a yard. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as the Bulldogs tried to throw the wide receiver screen. And that time, to the near side, short side of the field, the Timberwolves were all over it.
Yeah, that time Vandenberg just, the corner out there he's trying to block, he just juked him out, and Vandenberg missed that block, and Frank was just unable to beat him.
So 2nd down, 10. Pettit looking over the defense. 4 wides for the Bulldogs. Back to pass, throwing it. It's caught by Vandenberg. Tiptoes the sideline, lays a hit, and gets a 1st down. Runs over the defensive back, number 25, Aiden Kamarakal, and that was a nice play there by the Bulldogs.
Boy, perfect throw there by Pettit. Just a little 5-yard out pattern. That's a tough ball to the short side of the field, Chris. And Pettit gets it out to Vandenberg, and he's able to stop his momentum and get upfield and pick up a big 1st down. Move the chains.
So the Bulldogs huddling. Save Lascoon and Max Frank, who now will switch in tight. And the Bulldogs going out of the old wing tee. Hand off to Cox, picking his way forward. Jumps a tackler, gets to the 45. That's a gain of 5. If there's ever 5 yards in a cloud of dust on a non-grass field, that was it.
Absolutely, yeah. 40. It looks like he got 6 yards on there, but again, just a big scrum in there, and Cox just working his way, moving the ball. It looks like the Bulldogs going to line up that same formation, see if they don't do a little trickery here. I've seen him throw out of this.
One of these times they're going to not hand it to Garrett Cox out of this. And it's this time. Back to pass Pettit. He throws. It is tipped and almost intercepted. Ill-advised once again, but Jackson Pettit running for his life on that one.
Boy, yeah, just a blitz off that outside, and Darrell just gets beat. The left tackle just doesn't do a good enough job of getting a hand on him and take him off his quick route. Heads up there by Pettit to get rid of the ball, but that was a little too close for comfort.
So Pettit looking over to the sideline. Signals coming in. Bulldogs need 4 to keep this drive rolling. 5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Bulldogs leading by 14. Handoff is a fake, and Pettit's going to keep it, and he's got room. He's at the 40, and he's knocked down at the 38. That is a Bulldog gain of 19 and a Bulldog first down.
Nice to see the Bulldogs call Pettit's number here. He's just as dangerous with his legs as Cox is, and that time gets a good job, pulls that nice play fake to Cox and keeps it and gets in that hole quickly and picks up a big Bulldog first down.
So the Bulldogs line up tight again on the first down. Signals coming in. Board with the pictures deployed. Up under center, Jackson Pettit. Hands it off to Cox. They grab him from behind on his jersey, and he still manages to pull guys forward for about 4 yards.
Man, he didn't have any chance really to go behind Carson and Darrell there, and but somehow he's just strong, and he uses that low center of gravity and leverage, and just drives and picks up a nice 3 yards.
If he had the Earl Campbell breakaway jersey, he would literally be unstoppable.
Yeah, just saw that. Wasn't that like 50 years ago or something?
3:55 left here, third quarter. Bulldogs looking to add to their 14-point lead. There's another handoff to Cox, this time off the right side. He's inside the 30, down to the 29, and the Bulldogs lead it 21-7. This scoring update brought to you by Northwest Auto Body and Towing, with 2 locations to serve you. Sandpoint and Ponderay since 1976, providing quality repairs throughout North Idaho.
Yeah, again, the Bulldogs here in that 2-down territory. This is where you do not want to go backwards. You want to pick up. You don't want to make this a 4th down and long situation.
3rd and 1. Pettit keeps it, rolls, looks, throws it right to Lake City. It's an interception. It's Johnson stepping in front of the intended receiver. Bulldogs.
I just don't get it. 3rd and 1, and you're going to throw the ball. Hand the ball off to Cox. Just get the first down, keep the chains going. I'm not second guessing the play call. Just a little risky. You put the ball in the air in a situation like that.
So the Bulldogs, it's the first turnover of the football game, and Lake City will have it at their 29-yard line. And just a great play by Johnson there to read the pattern and step in front of the receiver.
Absolutely. The Lake City Timberwolves have new life here. The Bulldogs up 14, but a chance for the Bulldogs to really extend this lead as they were really moving the chains on the ground.
Pettit, high snap, hands off. Another roam for Ross. He tries to get to the outside. It's going to be a fairly short gain, but he's still going to get, actually, once they finally bring him down, he's got 6. Looked like he should have been knocked down after about 2.
Yeah, no, he was able to kind of spin away. A lot of arm tackling out there as the Bulldogs never really got a good look on Ross, who's shown his elusiveness, but he comes off the field. He's a little gimpy there after that run. A break for the Bulldog defense.
So 2nd down and 3, as looks like Ross is getting the old cramp treatment on the far side. Timberwolves having a little trouble getting formatted right. All tight on this one. Back to pass. They throw it again to Johnson. Incomplete. That pass high and wide of the mark, and it's going to be 3rd down now and 4 for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, just they move Johnson over to the short side of the field, and, they give Johnson the easy out pattern on the outside there. Nobody bumps out. Nobody gets out on him, Chris. And, boy, pretty easy pitch and catch there for the first down, but the Pettit just misses on that throw.
So 3rd down, 4. Bulldog crowd starting to make some noise. They want to stop. It's a handoff up the middle. It's going to be short of the first down by a good yard. It's going to be 4th down. See what Lake City decides to do here.
They're going to hustle up, hurry it
They're
up
going
here.
to hustle it up. They're going to hurry it up. They're going to try and do the old quarterback sneak probably right up the middle. And they go right up the middle, but they were offsides.
They're offsides, penalty. Yeah.
Or maybe the Bulldogs were offsides. So the easy 5 gives the first down on 4th and 1. Looked like they probably had it nonetheless. This will mark it out to the 44 as we near the end of the third quarter. It's Bulldog football here on North Idaho's radio, Rock 103. Another beautiful Friday night in Sandpoint under the lights here at the most picturesque setting for football. I guess I need to shorten my words here late at the night. Back to pass. Pettit throws, and it's caught by Johnson. He's got a first down. He runs through a tackle. He's still on his feet. He spins out of another one, and he's all the way down to the 26-yard line. Make it the 25.
Yeah. You've got to know where he's at on every play, Chris. And again, they just keep him inside. Nobody bumps out with him. It's an easy little out route for him, and he's able to make the first guy miss. He's a beast. He's a big kid. He's not, he's 6'4", 205 pounds. He's strong. He hits the weight room, and the Bulldogs just, they got to man up on him and put an extra body over top of Johnson.
So 1st and 10 now, down to the Bulldog 25. Timberwolves trying to close within one score. The pitch to the near side, and we've got Ross back in there, and he's run out of bounds by McCorkle at about the 24. So not much doing there on first down. It's going to be second down. They'll give him 2, almost to the 23.
They stopped the clock for some reason. That clock should be running here. Did he go out of bounds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the ball rests nose on the 28, near side hash, right in front of one of the unfortunate pillars that keep the radio guys from seeing clearly. Pettit back looking. They try to throw the screen. They've got it set up. Ross has it at the 20. He breaks a tackle. He's down to the 15.
It's going to be a first down for Lake City.
It is. Enough for the first down, although not enough for the Lake City coaches in the next booth over, who thought that probably should have been 6 the way it was set up.
Move the change here. The Bulldogs, Lake City's doing a good job. Got the Bulldogs right where they want. Their offense on the sidelines, their offense on the field, and they're just ball control here, looking to get back in and within 7 points here late here in this third quarter.
So Pettit, he's got Ross right next to him. Johnson's in the slot. A whole host of Bulldogs in his general vicinity. They throw it to the other side of the field. It's caught for a first down and finally run out of bounds inside the 5 down to about the 3. That pass completed to number 15, Zach Atkinson. And it's 1st and goal now for the Timberwolves.
Well, yeah, the Bulldogs just giving up too many plays here, just in situations where they can get off the field, Chris, and not getting it done here defensively. Lake City looking to capitalize.
Johnson now lined up tight at the tight end. The handoff comes, and it's going to be a gain down to the 1. So a couple of yards, but not in that time for Ross. And that should pretty much put an end to the third quarter. Bulldogs have the only score of the second half, but Timberwolves are knocking on the door. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action after this here on North Idaho's radio and Rock 103. And we've got a Lake City player down near the end zone. And lots of folks over there. So Lake City, pending the extra point, will be back within 7. And we've got...
I'm going to get up here.
One of the linemen limping off the field. He's trying to get back to the huddle, but they're going to make him continue off the field as he heads out. So the extra point forthcoming. And just 3 seconds into the fourth quarter, it'll be the onus back on the offense, Jay, to extend this lead back out one more time.
Yeah, we've really had our way with their defense. We've had many opportunities. We've just undone ourselves, Chris, and that's really frustrating. Not only for me and then probably you, but
and all the
everybody else. It's just we're moving the ball and 3rd and 1, and it's just like, hey, let's get the first down and let's regroup. And instead we got get the interception, and the ball shouldn't have been thrown out there. But guess who makes the big play? Zach Johnson. And he comes up with a big interception, and he comes up with a big play on the offensive side. Just understand what our strengths are in the situation and stick to them.
So the Bulldogs will give an extra yard here, closer for the extra point, which you wouldn't think would matter much, but based on the previous extra point, that yard could come into play. There's the snap up. The kick is up. It is good. It is 21-14, and oh no, they say it missed it wide right. So Bulldogs,
that's
wow,
crazy.
it looked like it went right through the uprights
I
to
thought
me.
it was right down the middle.
But it must have drifted off to the side. So
big break for the Bulldogs.
A yard too close on that one. And this scoring update with the Bulldogs now still up 21-13, brought to you by 7B TV, your authorized dish retailer, locally owned and operated, and ready to help you, a proud sponsor of Bulldog Sports. Well, Jay, Bulldogs up 8, fourth quarter. Time to ride your 2 horses to victory here, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. No costly penalties. Let's ground and pound this a little bit. Take some quick, easy throws when the situation presents itself.
I think the Bulldogs actually, with the way Lake City's defending this up, they are so cognizant of that short passing game.
Absolutely.
That's why the out and up was wide open that one time, the stop and go, whatever you want to call it. I think that if the Bulldogs really wanted to hit that, that's the place to go, because obviously, there hasn't been much room. That was the first interception, but, there could have been a couple of more that were, 50-50 balls in the sailing through the secondary. This kick's going to be taken by McCorkle at about the 10. Setting up the return to the near side, he runs to the 20. He stutter steps, gets to the outside, and then he's going to be knocked down. There's a flag down.
Jesus.
So the Bulldogs are going to be marked back inside their 15-yard line, one would imagine. So,
those are the things you talk about right here, Chris, is don't shoot yourselves in the foot. We should not be making mistakes here and allowing Lake City to kind of get a hold of this little momentum they have. And the Bulldogs do it. And then now the Bulldogs will be, stuck right around their 10-yard line.
Yep, they're going to be marked back on the hold. So we'll see where they start marking this one off right now. They're still figuring it out.
Bulldogs 5 penalties, and 4 of them the 15-yard kind, and we had a pass interference too, and a 5-yard penalty. But again, just giving Lake City some life here.
So the ball's at the 13-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will start this drive. And what a key drive for the Bulldog offense it is, as they are clinging to a 21-13 lead here in the fourth quarter in a game they have, from a statistical standpoint, pretty much had the better of. There's a handoff to Cox. Cox looks to get to the outside. He's going to be run down from behind after a gain of about 3. Second down coming up.
And again, running behind Chapman and Smith out to that right side, picks up 4 yards. Good first down play here. The Bulldogs really have had their way on the ground game here for most of this game.
So
Gotta like the one-on-one here
Pettit.
with Frank.
Claps. Hands off to Cox up the middle. Cox dives forward. He's going to have a first down out to the 25-yard line. So a little breathing room for the Bulldog offense. 2 plays and a first down. The Timberwolves have yet to stop the Bulldogs' running game.
No, they
You
have
have to
not.
stop it.
You have to stop it before you go away from it, right? And I kind of said that in the pregame. It's, a steady dose of Cox in this situation. This is the way how we're going to win the game. So.
Pettit back to pass. Again, Cox on the screen, runs out of a tackle, gets out to about the 26. So maybe a yard on that one. And again, the short passing game, and Lake City is all over it. When the Bulldogs have tried to run wide or get wide, hasn't been a lot out there, especially in the that first 5-10 yards.
Yeah, that speed. Again, Lake City's defense is built on speed here, Chris, and not anything, nothing happening big on that little short stuff the Bulldogs are throwing.
So they give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Pettit back to pass, looking. He's being rushed. He throws. He's got Max Frank, who tried to run with it before he caught it out at the 37. So it's going to be 3rd down now and 8 for the Bulldogs.
2 passes and get ourselves in a sticky situation here. 3rd down and 8. That ball should have been caught by Frank, though.
Yeah, that ball on the hands and on the money, and Max was looking upfield to see what the defense was doing before he secured it. And really all he needed to do was catch it and go down, and the Bulldogs would have moved the chains. So 3rd down. Bulldogs trips to the far side. They send Cox out for the screen. He gets it, and he's looking for running room. He's across the 30. He's out to the 32, and that's going to be 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to have to punt this one away.
Who's the punter?
Good question. So the Bulldogs sent out the punt team.
Looks like Pettit's going to be the punter.
And Pettit, standing at the 20, looks like he's the guy who's going to punt it away. Of course, the Timberwolf coaches don't believe this is going to be a punt, but I would be shocked beyond shocked if the Bulldogs don't punt this one. Pettit takes it, kicks it. It's a liner that takes a great Bulldog bounce and is going to roll dead at about the 33-yard line. So mission accomplished there, but it's time for the Bulldog defense, Jay, to stand up with 9:10 left in this one, as they're keeping the Timberwolves in this one.
They are keeping the Timberwolves in this game, Chris, and that's just it's unfortunate. Bulldogs got to make some plays, when you need them. And right now, Timberwolves offensively, they've been able to do that. They've made the plays when they needed to, and they've been able to capitalize on those on their 2 touchdown scores.
So 21-13, 9:10 left here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs clinging to that 8-point advantage. They send Hill out to the near side. They've got Johnson in the backfield, and back to pass, and falling down back at the 21-yard line, slipping as the pressure was coming his way, is Pettit, and it's a loss all the way back. And for the Timberwolves, that's disaster, as Ballison is down on the field. And he's going to be getting up here in a second, looks like.
I don't think this long yard situation is something that really fears Lake City in these situations. They've got the big playmakers that they need downfield, I'm surprised that we haven't understood the situation and really double team up on put a man over the top on Johnson, as they're going to spread him out to the far side, one-on-one with McCorkle here, and again, it's just a lot of room over there for Johnson to work with.
Back to pass, they're going to Johnson. They throw it to Johnson across the middle. Johnson is going to be up to almost the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be about a 10-yard gain, and it's 3rd down and 10 as they just take Johnson, run him, and drag him across the middle, and it's an easy 10.
Absolutely, and these linebackers just aren't the depth on these pass plays. They're just not getting very deep either. They're really shallow, and allows Johnson really a lot of room in that little soft area between the safety and the linebackers. They need to get a little deeper on their dropbacks. So if they get there, they're going to have a little more hands and then less room for Johnson to work.
And Cody Steiger has to come off the field on this 3rd and 10 because he's got a little blood on his elbow. And so one of the Bulldog defensive stalwarts won't be out there here at the safety position on 3rd down and 10. Big down for the Bulldog defense. Need to get a stop here. Pettit back, looking, throwing it to no one again as the Bulldog pressure was in there. It looked like Ballison, who's back in there, also for Sandpoint applying some pressure. Number 37, that's Coda Harley. And the Bulldog defense does its job, Jay.
Well, they did, and really, that's the first time the Bulldogs dialed up some pressure here in a long time against Lake City Timberwolves, and that time it pays off. So they're again looking to the right side, looking for Johnson on a double move down the right sideline here.
Cox back to receive the punt. It's the high punt. Cox should call fair catch, doesn't. Breaks a tackle, though, at the 20 and gets out across the 32. Whew, man, that is dangerous. But the Bulldogs started at the 32 with 7:27 left and can have a real chance to put this one away with a good drive. This scoring update, Sandpoint leading it 21-13, brought to you by Sun Rental. Proudly supporting the Bulldogs since 1979. They rent everything under the sun.
Yes, good job right there by that Bulldog defense getting off the field here. And allowing the Bulldogs here to start with some decent field position, basically about where they ended their last drive, Chris.
So 1st and 10, 34-yard line. Pettit has Garrett Cox standing right beside him. He hands it to him up the middle. Cox breaks a tackle. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's all finally knocked down right there as he tried to submarine between two guys, but that's a big run for the Bulldogs. And a nice start as they'll mark him down at the 41 of the Lake City Timberwolves.
Yeah, good job that time by Darrell and Laybourne, and then Vandenberg on the inside, just sealing those guys off and allowing Cox to really 20 yards downfield before he gets a Timberwolf even gets close to him.
Clock winds under 7 minutes. Bulldogs.
Yeah, take your time.
Leading by 8. Pettit looking over the defense. Claps it, takes it. Running the option, going to keep it and going to go nowhere.
Short side.
2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Coach Theobar and Coach Yarno, none too happy with the blocking on that particular play.
No, and Darrell getting the most of it there as he doesn't do his job. He's got to take that defensive end out of the way and work him downfield. Once that guy is allowed to trace that option, it's plugged up. So a good job by number 44 for the Timberwolves, but a bad block in there by Darrell.
So 2nd and 10. Hand off to Cox. Cox, big hole. 40, 30. He's on to the outside at the 20. He's finally going to be knocked down and dragged out of bounds inside the 15. Great vision and running by Garrett Cox. And this is the dose of Cox you were speaking of, I believe.
Yeah, and he stays in bounds. Let that clock run. And the Bulldogs just take your time here. And again, what's working, Chris? Running the football.
So Sandpoint leading it by 8 with a chance to put a 2-score gap between them and Lake City as the clock winds towards 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Another handoff to Cox to the outside this time. Turns, tries to get back inside, and he's going to be knocked down in the backfield for a loss. Probably should have just turned that one up and gotten what he could. Looked like he was trying to hit the home run there. Loses 2.
Yeah, again, just, like we say, anything that has been to the outside, like you said earlier, Lake City's done a really good job of being able to stretch that out. Anything up the middle, they've done a really good job of creating lanes and room for Cox to run.
So 2nd down. They'll mark him a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13. Pettit fakes the handoff, keeps it. He's at the 20. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 6-yard line. Close. And then a flag flies in at the very end. We'll see what that's about. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 2 pending the penalty, which came from the referee after the play was over. It is a personal foul against the Timberwolves, and that's going to make it 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Boy, big run right there by Pettit, and didn't get a whole lot of blocking downfield by his 2 receivers, but again, just showing his speed and his elusiveness, and a nice play fake there to Cox.
So Pettit and Cox in the backfield. It's been Garrett Cox in the backfield almost all night. Wimmers had a couple of carries as Garrett gets a rest as he's been going both ways. Handoff, fake, no, it's a keeper, and Pettit gets tripped up at the 1-yard line, doesn't get in. Max Frank really dropped his block about a beat too soon. Otherwise, that's an easy touchdown.
Yeah, just, and that's touchy ground. It's hard to hold that block for, that long. But boy, the Bulldogs looking in a good situation here to milk some of this clock and go up big.
2nd down goal. Pettit trying to drive forward. Looks like he's in. No signal yet. And still no signal. Officials coming in, unpiling, talking it over. Bulldogs want the touchdown, and they're going to say he's short. 3rd down. Ball on the goal line with 4:04 left in this one.
This clock will run. This is good. That's all right. 2 down territory.
Yeah, I think you kick the field goal if you don't get it here. It is an extra point. Handoff Cox, and he's into the end zone. So the Bulldogs go up by 27-13. The extra point could put them up 15 with 3:49 left in this one.
Yeah, boy, offense come back alive. The offense has done a really good job other than just shooting themselves in the foot. They've really kind of dominated. This score should be more like out towards that 40-point mark,
yes,
Chris.
It should.
Instead, they've just allowed these Timberwolves to stick around here, making it interesting.
So Gove's in for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Bulldogs extend 28-13, 3:49 left. We'll be back with the final minutes here on North Idaho's Radio and Rock 103.
Bulldogs!
All right, here's the kick, and this one is high, it is deep, and it is taken at the 1-yard line, bobbled momentarily, and the return is going to be out to about the 22-23. So nice coverage there by the Bulldogs, and if you can kick it that high and that deep, it's going to make that return a lot tougher.
Oh, yeah, you still like him start at the 20, not the 23, but no, Chris, that's a great kick, nice and high. Bulldog, actually number 37, had a good shot at him, Coda Hartley, but he, it's tough in that open field. He's unable to get him down to the ground, and he's able to squirt free there at about the 14-yard line.
So 3:43 left for the Timberwolves, and they trail at 28-13. Bulldogs have pretty much dominated this game, Jay, much more than the scoreboard would show, with their ability to just take the ball from end to end. Just a couple of miscues.
Yeah,
this game would be over big time. But Timberwolves still with a chance here. They need 2 scores and an extra point. They throw it deep, trying to get it out for Johnson. And McCorkle was back there, Johnson's limping. He's.
Hopefully that's not.
I think that's. He's running like a guy who's having a cramping issue.
Well, that's a big break for the Bulldogs. Good job by McCorkle that time. What I don't understand is the Bulldogs really don't ever play the ball. They're always looking at the man, and you never get your head around it.
Kirkle could have picked that one.
Yeah,
easy.
if you see the ball, you become the receiver, but he never tracks it, never sees it, and Lake City lives on here.
There's another pass over the middle, incomplete, too high for the intended receiver this time, which was number 88, Charles Ruggiero, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. And we're getting down to last gasp time here for the Timberwolves.
Absolutely, yeah. The Timberwolves, minus their best player, Johnson, who goes off to the sidelines here. They're in a tough spot, 3rd and 10. Now you're really looking for maybe Ross, the running back, who's really picked things up here in the second half, maybe to come up and make some plays.
Pettit looking, throwing across the middle. It's incomplete. That ball came out wobbling end over end, and just like that, it's 4th down and 10.
It's funny, as a quarterback, when you have somebody like Johnson, you can kind of just, you don't have to be so perfect. You can kind of just put it out there and let him make a play on it. With some of these other guys, now he's looking like, I got to make that perfect throw in there, and it's amazing how things tighten up for that quarterback here. 4th down and 10, and the Bulldogs looking to get the offense back on the field.
That's right. Bulldogs can pretty much seal the deal with a stop here. Back to pass. Deep. Trying to get it to the far side. And another great coverage by McCorkle. That time running with Hill stride for stride. 4 heaves, 4 incompletes, and the Bulldogs have the football. And the offense can send the Bulldogs to a homecoming victory.
Yeah, that's a much better job by McCorkle here in the second half of sticking in and getting in the hip pockets of those intended receivers two times here in a row, once against Johnson and that time against Hill downfield, just not fooled and really doing a good job of pass coverage there for this Bulldog defense. See if the Bulldogs can't put one more here on the scoreboard and really put this thing away.
Pettit. It's Wimmer in there behind him right now at tailback. Handoff to Wimmer. Wimmer drives forward. Gets 4. Clock rolling. Down to 3:15. So far, no timeouts expended by the Timberwolves. Everyone looking to the sideline. Bulldogs in absolutely no hurry to get this second down play off because the clock is their friend, their ally. Now under 3. Pettit just watching the back judge, waiting for him to give the arm signals, which have yet to come. Now they go. So the Bulldogs have run this down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and they hand it off to Wimmer again. He's got a nice hole. He's down to the 15. That's going to be close to a Bulldog first down.
There's a timeout
one.
now.
Timberwolves call timeout as the Bulldogs have run it down to 2:28. And the Bulldogs will be facing a 3rd down and 2.
Absolutely. Good job of running right there by Wimmer. That time just, he's a big back. He's he's a good 1-2 punch there when he gets opportunities. It's just hard to take Garrett Cox off the field because he's just been that dominant. But to be able to come in here, give Garrett Cox a rest, 2 carries, he's got 9 yards. The Bulldogs sitting at 3rd and 1 with just 2.5 minutes here to play in this game.
Yeah. Cox was in that he's played a lot on defense in the second half, so it's easy to see with the game pretty much in the Bulldogs' hands that you want to, lighten the load just a little bit because he's been a busy gentleman this evening.
He's going to have 2 weeks to kind of rest up. These Bulldogs are. They get this bye week at a crucial time, and boy, coming in, 3-2 now. The Bulldogs looking to really put a nice finishing touch here on the season.
Yeah, Bulldogs in the 4As, ranked number 1 by Max Preps, which mean if they can hold that, as Wimmer's going to get caught in the backfield, if they can hold on to that, that means they would host all the way out until they get to the Milk Bowl.
To the Milk Bowl, yeah.
Or as far as they would go into the season. Another timeout here on 4th down with 2:19 remaining.
Now you're in a situation where you don't necessarily have to run the ball. Now you open up your whole playbook, Chris. It's 4th down and 2 and 3. You know, the Bulldogs now have a bunch of plays they can call and run out. You know, right, these last play or two, you know, the Lake City knowing run. This time now you have an opportunity, maybe a little play action fake and maybe hit a quick hitter as those Lake City Timberwolves defense is just really, everybody's up tight to that line of scrimmage.
So the Bulldogs talking it over on offense. Timberwolves, their defense now finished talking and back onto the field. Sandpoint, Wimmer right next to Pettit, Frank, and Vandenberg on the near side. Robert and number 17 for the Bulldogs, whose name escapes me at this moment. This time Pettit's going to keep it, and he's going to be inside the 15 to the 13. That should be enough for a Bulldog first down, and that should pretty much do it. Yep.
Yeah, good job that time. Just empty the backfield and let Wimmer lead the way and have Pettit just pick up, you know, the 3 or 4 yards they need for that first down.
Connor Hinberg, the other Bulldog receiver, in the game as the clock winds down under 2 minutes. Garrett Cox back in. And the Bulldogs get Lake City, I believe, to jump off sides. They do. So free 5. Does stop the clock with 1:50 left.
I sure would like to see the Bulldogs punch another one in here, though. Just to get it done, you know, put some points on the board, pad the stat a little bit, and yeah.
Put some numbers up that start with 3.
That's right.
Bulldogs going to go 3-1 against the 5As, which is pretty impressive, especially when you consider the Coeur d'Alene game was just a 2-point loss, a game they led late. And off to Cox up the middle. Cox is going to be cut down after a couple of yards down to the 6. It'll be 2nd down. Bulldogs could very well just kneel it out here.
It looks like they will.
Yeah, they're going to draw it in tight and go to the victory formation. So it looks like a 28-13 victory for the Bulldogs tonight. And a super successful homecoming game for Sandpoint as the clock winds down inside of 45 seconds. Now the Bulldogs will kneel on it. 41 seconds left.
That should do it right there.
That should just about do it. Bulldogs get the victory.
Thanks, Barry, for keeping stats. You're a rock star.
I'll see you at 8 on Sunday morning. So the Bulldogs win it 28-13. Your Mountain West Bank postgame show on the way after this on North Idaho's radio and Rock 103.